Hey!
Welcome here in Tirana. It's in a fantastic atmosphere. With us here is the director of the Academy for Film and Multimedia, himself a filmmaker.
It's a great pleasure having this conversation in a tiny country like Albania. And we saw that we saw all that you have done around the world, and maybe we have to think from now to have you maybe also to this map of the world called Albania, and talking for different issues that those people here, they are very, very much interested.
I understand.
So the other thing that's maybe, I'm a film director, a very modest one. So, but anyway, in the way
I'm
that...
a very modest one also.
Okay. That's, yeah. I feel much more modest when I'm in front of you. But anyway, let's go deeper to this. I would like, that's this region, as you know quite well, like Balkan people, but also this Central and East Europe, having totalitarian regimes, and now they are in a post-trauma process, and maybe it would be lovely to think about the system of the way that they have to change way of thinking, and that maybe what I found in like approach that you have to touch the human being feeling is exactly with this kind of transcendency, maybe mostly to the people they have, and they are part of the victims of the different totalitarian regimes. This is one thing that I wanted to comment on the necessity of this part of the world for what I am talking, and also some other that I consider important is the feeling of destructivism of memories all around the world, and to control the brain of the people. And so maybe it's a liberation for all the way that you propose to the human being to change this kind of destructivism of memories, and also the control of the brain that the consumist world is putting hands all over. They are part of the map. So these are the comments. Please, sorry for doing such kind of comments, because I am maybe very enthusiastic being in front of you. That is the way that I'm doing that. So there are a lot of people here, maybe I am not monopolizing anything here, maybe there are people, they are so much interested to put some questions.
I'm very happy to be with you in Albania, and I heard the word liberation, and the truth is that nobody can liberate us except ourselves. And the secret to liberation, another word for liberation is enlightenment. The secret to liberation, true liberation, lies within. And I guess that's what we're going to talk about today. But transcending is the key to unfolding the human being's full potential, and that full potential is liberation, enlightenment, total freedom, a state described as more than the most, and the secret lies within, in that level of the transcendent, the big treasury within every human being. And transcendental meditation is just a mental technique that truly works to take any human being from the surface through deeper levels of mind and intellect, and at the border of intellect, transcend. Experience that ocean of pure consciousness, infinite bliss, love, energy, creativity, intelligence, and peace. It's within every human being, and experiencing it every day, you grow in that, and it leads to full potential of the human being, total liberation. Doesn't matter what the government is, you'll be liberated.
Yeah, maybe I was thinking about problem of death, you know. Do you think that death is a sort of liberation, or what do you think about death now that, you know, at this stage of your life? Because my daughter, which is 10 years old, she was scared about death, you know, one night when I was putting her to sleep. And that's why this, you know, this issue came to my mind, you know, what does it mean death? I've been meditating for 16 years now, but still I have some fears about it.
Yes, me too. I think everybody has fears, right up until supreme enlightenment. They say we have fears, and the big fear in life is the fear of death. But what they say is, and what I believe is, life is a continuum, and it's consciousness. Consciousness is the same thing as life. Consciousness, awareness, the I amness of life. And consciousness being a continuum means that we may drop the body, but we continue on. And we human beings, they also say, we're on the circle of birth and death. Birth and death, birth and death. Until we graduate, that means we gain enlightenment. In enlightenment, there's no more dying. There's no more suffering. You have totality. You have 100% of all that is unmanifest and 100% of all that is manifest. So the big goal for us human beings is to gain that enlightenment, never have any more fear, no negativity, immortality, and have the whole thing. And that's our full potential. That's our birthright as human beings, to one day have enlightenment. So death, they say, is a transition, but life goes on. But we want to get off of that wheel of birth and death, because there's a lot of suffering and fear and negativity, you know, involved with that process. And there's a lot of good times too. But we all learn that the real good always comes from within. And that's what got me meditating. I felt hollow deep in with happiness. And I wanted to get that deep happiness. And so you keep meditating, and it just builds up more and more and more and more happiness. So even though maybe enlightenment might be a far way off, each day gets better going toward that. They say with each step toward the light gets brighter.
And I'd like to thank about your big gift that's sent to us, DVDs. Send special greetings, Carol Pound. I'd like two things, to send special greetings. And as you know, 20 years ago we win freedom, but we are trying to gain a blessing, to gain a harmony, and your DVDs, your works help to do it. It's a big chance to see and to contact you.
Thank you very much.
You have a special greetings from 400 meditators in Albania and from Mr. Hatem Ramadan in Bamula.
How can we pass from the simple transcendent to see the techniques that is like fulfillment of yourself? You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, you start with transcendental meditation, but it's not simple transcendental. It's very easy and effortless, but it's supremely profound, because transcendental meditation is this technique that truly allows a person to dive within and transcend and experience that deepest level of life. Such a blessing this is. Other forms of meditation, now they know through research, they don't transcend. They don't get to that deepest level. And when you don't get to that transcendent, you don't infuse that each time, and you don't grow in that. So it's transcendental meditation is super, super, super important. Then the cities are techniques to learn to think and act at that deepest level. And you can learn your cities after a certain amount of time meditating with transcendental meditation, and Roger Felix and the people there can tell you exactly how to do that. And that does speed up the process. And but transcendental meditation will take you to the goal. TM City is like putting afterburner on yourself.
I was talking with my friends about meditation, and they told me that the best meditation is sleeping. And I was like, when you sleep, you do it unconsciously. When you meditate, you do it consciously. And they told me it's nothing. You should sleep more, and this is the best meditation. What can I tell them now?
Tell them that they have a tremendous lack of knowledge.
I will tell them.
If sleeping brought enlightenment, we'd all be enlightened. Sleeping does not bring transcending. And you tell your friends, transcending is the key to everything. Transcendent is the big self with a capital S. Yeah. Every time you dive within and you transcend, and also tell your friends, it's such an euphoric experience to transcend. So blissful, so beautiful, so sublime. The essential nature of everything is consciousness. This transcendent, this ocean of pure consciousness can turn itself into space and time and all things that are a thing. But the transcendent hides in the field of relativity. Objects hide the transcendent. In the absolute, in the ocean of consciousness, relativity is hiding. So you can find the unified field or consciousness in matter, but it's at the base of matter. And that's what scientists did. They started on the surface, they found molecules, then they found atoms, then they found subatomic particles and little elementary particles, and finally they found unity, oneness, pure consciousness, pure being. And so it's everywhere. But how the human being gets there is to take this technique, easy, effortless, supremely profound, takes you within, and you transcend, and you grow in that.
Hi, David Lynch.
Hello.
I'm Elia. Very nice to meet you.
Very, very beautiful women in Albania.
Thank you.
Another reason in plus to come here.
Yes, yes. I'm going to book my ticket. Okay.
When I first saw your movie, Mulholland Drive, what I thought was, wow, someone else is dreaming like I dream. Is having the same dreams. And I was thinking, in the field that you mentioned, everyone is the same. So are we similar? Are we more similar to each other? Are we more different to each other? Are there more variances to personality, or are we one? Are we one human being?
That's a beautiful question, a very beautiful question. On the surface, we are all different. At the source, at the transcendent, we are all one. And that's the truth of the thing. We're all one. And that's why they say it's a world family. This is a world family. And we don't get along very well in this family, but we really can get along. And so I always say, Maharishi brought out this knowledge for peace on earth, and the secret is in the transcendent. And so peace creating groups, all doing their program together, can enliven this field of the transcendent, harmony, bliss, love, into the field of relativity. And that raises collective consciousness. Everybody starts feeling good. Everybody gets, to the point where they would never want to hurt another human being. And negativity lifts away from collective consciousness, just like it does for the human being when they meditate. Negativity lifts away, gold comes up. Garbage goes out, gold comes in. So the secret to peace, the secret to enlightenment is that transcendent. And these technologies of consciousness that Maharishi brought out, they truly work. They're our future, and we should get behind these technologies and make sure that every country has a peace greeting group. Everyone who wants to meditate can meditate, and we're going to see a better world coming very, very, very fast. A lot of happy campers.
Thank you very much.
I'm coming back again. I don't know how many people can influence to go and to protect this kind of darkness, as I'm saying, and I believe to agnosticism so much for going to transcendency, and also to the green spaces, the relation with the individuals and the space. We lose this perception of the object and space. We lose in the same time the subject and the space. So I would like very much, if this initiative, I don't know, you have a lot of influence to the other film directors around the world, and I think and I believe very much if you are supporting this culture like as the exception, you're influenced much more, and maybe also the directors, artists, people that can keep this kind of energy of the transcendency as a necessity of understanding better the world and better themselves, each individuals wherever they are.
You can have beautiful experiences in the theater, in the cinema. Beautiful experiences. You can go to different worlds and have experiences in different worlds. It's magical. It's beautiful. And you're absolutely right that these art houses, the alternative cinema places, are disappearing. Hollywood, the blockbusters are taking over, and the small theaters don't have a chance. And Steven Soderbergh just did a big talk about this thing. I think everybody feels the same way, that it's a tough time, and he wants to stop making films because there's no place to show them, and there's no audience. He blames the audience as much as he blames Hollywood, and even Hollywood's having trouble sometimes. So I would say to you, there's a difference between how you use the word transcendency and what transcending truly is. So transcending, as I am talking about it, is truly experiencing the deepest level of life, and we've been cut off from that. When you experience that deepest level, you grow in that, you appreciate everything more and more, and you get more and more supportive nature, and you're happier in the doing of things, and your desires can be filled more easily. It doesn't mean they're going to get fulfilled, but you'll be happy even if they don't. But the thing is that if all of us work together, if all of us are transcending, the vibes go up. The vibes go up in the world, and things like what you're talking about will work themselves out. And it should be a world where all different kinds of cinema can be shown and appreciated on the big screen with great sound. And this is so important. It's such a difference between seeing a film on a computer or on a phone. So I'm with you. We have to do something. And maybe if all the filmmakers, start some kind of, togetherness, it can happen. But like I said, it's the audience. It's what they want to see. And so it might need some kind of education, but it certainly needs some meditation.
It's more than 100 years of cinema in the world, and it's a stock. So no one is caring anymore. So no one is thinking how this stock of the world can be explored. Being considering, as I consider and continue, the darkness room of the cinema is a process of the transcendency. I am not talking for the creativity only of the director, like psychotherapy of himself, but I'm saying a collective psychotherapy of the people. They need to come in a darkness room and to do this kind of meditation about the image they are seeing, sound they are listening, and that is also a process that deals with the feeling, and they take from the black room and they go staying alone wherever they are with this kind of as I consider enlightenment of in a darkness room. But anyway, I am part of this, and that is maybe we have to learn more. I am not so much informed about this organization and institutions that is now created also in Albania, but I'll be supported because you are David Lynch, and that is important. Thank you.